Good morning, Fran. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you, Seska. Hello. How are you both? You well?
Honestly.
What? Lockdown. It's a lockdown.
Oh my God, honestly, it's just homeschooling, working. I've had like 2.5 hours sleep in the last night. I mean, I'm almost walking around in circles.
Oh, honey.
Anyway.
How many kids do you have?
Oh, only 2.
Oh, don't say only 2, because I've got 2 at home. How old are you?
I know, but I mean, they're both the same age, so they're doing the same assignments. So it's not.
Yeah, but
but anyway, it's just like being on a hamster wheel that never stops, doesn't it? And you just don't really know.
I had a break last week. I was quite lucky. I only had one child at one point, but next week I've got both of them, and they're 2 different ages. So one's in year 2 and one's in year 5. The one in year 5 doesn't want to do it at all. The first
won't do it.
He will do it now because he's got to, because he's on Teams. But the first lockdown, the child literally did nothing. It was dreadful. And
we've had nothing, and then they've moved us onto Google Classrooms, right. And they have 15 minutes in the morning of live teaching, and then they have 2 assignments they have to submit by lunchtime. 15 minutes in the afternoon, 2 assignments. I cannot. I mean, the amount of input from it. I mean, they just need to get on Teams and do live lessons. Yeah. And when I rang up the teacher and said, I can't do this, I'm a single parent. There's one income coming in. If I don't earn money, there's no food on the table.
Oh, listen, we should have a chat off here.
And anyway, it was just like, she was like, you're the only person who's complained. Everyone else. Anyway.
Well, I feel your pain. Listen, I do. I absolutely feel your pain, but I'm lucky that I do a class and I can, but I still try and do other stuff with my business and stuff. So I totally get it. I totally get it. Let's have a chat. We can cry together.
Anyway, it's really life is good, obviously. I'm sure it's the same for everyone else as well.
No, it's not good, is it? Let's face it, it's living awful at the moment. Should we have a stretch and see how we feel? Bless you. Right, I'm just going to mute everyone. You've muted. Morning, Jill. Morning, Lucy. Fran. Alice. Hi. Oh, we've got so many people. This is lovely. Let me just scoot myself up, and I'm going to pin myself. And then I'm just going to... Okay, cool. All right. This morning, we need a ball. I don't need a band. A ball and weights. I don't have weights this morning. So I've got my next best friend, which is tonic water. When do I have that? Huh? Anyway, that's for arms later on. And the ball is for inner thighs. Shall we start then? So once again, I'm fading into the background of this room because it's the same colour as me. Right, feet are squared forward. Bend your knees. Take a big deep breath in. Stretch yourself all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to reach with our right side and then our left. We go back to the right and the left. Keep stretching up, lengthening through your arms up to your fingertips. Take both arms up together. Now I just want you to pull your shoulders back. So you're having a nice big stretch into your shoulders, and then come up onto your tiptoes. Deep breath in, then come down. Little pulse at the bottom, stretch up. Down and up. Let the arms relax as you come down, and then you stretch up through them as you rise up. Keep going. Pull those tummies in. Right, we're going to stay down at the bottom. We're going to go for a little ski. Send your bottom back and feel those thighs warming up. Weight into your heels. Can you see me from the side? My chest is lifted. My bottom is back. 3, 2, and 1. Now I just want you to separate your feet slightly and turn them out to the side a little bit. We're going to pulse, okay? We're going to go a little bit deeper than we normally pulse. We're going to put our weight through our heels. So you feel this a little bit in your bottom and in your inner thighs. So we're now going to pause. We're going to squeeze as we come up halfway. We're going to go down, up halfway, down. Squeeze your bottom. Now you can, if you like, go a little bit wider with your legs. 3, 2. Now you want your tailbone tucked under slightly. Okay, all the way up and down. Now you think about ass to grass. A bit crass that, but basically your back is straight. You push through your heels. Tailbone is tucked under. Feel that in his inner thighs. And you can just go a little bit faster or take it slower, up to you. We're going to stay down now. Now, you ready? Pulse again. Good. That's 15. Come on, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up on the left toes. Down, up halfway. Swap over. Right. Down, up halfway. 3, 4. This gets into the feet as well, so you're massaging them. 6, 7. Tuck under that tailbone, shoulders down, chest lifted. 9, 10. Okay, full squats. Doesn't that feel nice? Down, squeeze through your bottom. Get those arms moving. Tucking under with the tailbone. 3, 2, and 1. Just stay down low. Now wiggle your feet closer together. Good. Take your arms down by your side and then stretch on up. That feels better, doesn't it? Okay, come down. Little pulse, knee lift. Down, little pulse, knee lift. Good, keep going. 2 more. Last one. Okay, come down. Okay, this time, a little bit of balance. Stretch up, send the legs straight. Sweep it now out to the side, and then take it behind you, but I want you to curl your pelvis under. Stretch up, and then back. Other side, up onto your tiptoes. Come on down. Knee up, stretch forward, stretch out to the side. Ooh, wobbly. And then behind you, tuck under with the tailbone. Feel like your bottom contract. Beautiful. Come on down. Okay, let's do our side stretch. So, feet are squared forward. Hold on. These socks, not playing ball today. Stretch up. Okay, right. Hand stays up, left hand on left hip. Hand faces away from you. Up you come, and then come over to the side. Pause there. Stretch up through your arm. Pulse. So that's your base position. If you're a beginner, this is where you want to be with your body. If you're not a beginner, you want to make it harder, relax the left arm down. You can also cross the right foot over the left. And to make it even harder and more intense, grab hold of the left wrist with your the right wrist with your left hand and pull the arm back. Feel the stretch. So this is getting into your waist, tightening it up. Stretching as well. Pause there, take a deep breath. Now relax the arm over the top of your head. Deep breath in. We're going to do 10 deeper movements. So we come down as low as we can, then we just come up halfway. Down as low as you can, up halfway, elbow high. 4, 5, don't bounce it, make it slow, make it controlled. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let go of that left arm if you can. If you need to put it back on your hip for support, that's fine. Now, deep breath in. Let's come all the way back up to standing. Fill your lungs. Come past your diaphragm with that breath all the way down to your tummy. And exhale as you stretch back. All the way up. This is a lovely, relaxing stretch. So you want to deepen the stretch from where you started, getting more into that waist, into the top of our hip area, tightening up. Elbow high, as high as your shoulder will allow. This also stretches out. Sorry, it doesn't stretch your shoulders, it immobilizes them. Come over and lengthen. Now, if you've got your legs crossed, just uncross them for me now. I want you to have a slight tilt under with your tailbone if you can. Take your hand at the back of your head. Take a deep breath in. And we're going back to pulsing. Now, if you can, straighten your legs. Keep your tailbone slightly tucked under. If that's too much, then just take your legs a little bit wider and bend your knees. Now, I want you to think about your tummies. So from underneath your ribcage all the way down to your pelvis. I want you to squeeze your tummy muscles in. Okay, so imagine someone's coming at you with a fist. You want to tighten your tummy so much, they really feel it when they do that. Not that they would, especially at the moment with COVID. So Just make it nice and tight, about 40% of the maximum amount that you could do. Okay, you're now going to relax down to the left. Hold it there, elbow high. I just want you to take your elbow further back and forward. Just do 3 of these. Back and forward. Let's come forward a little bit more each time. And this time, I just want you to stay there and then just take the arm and stretch it to the right corner of the room. Drop the shoulder and then rotate the right hip away. So it's rotating further round to the right and pulse. Keep bracing the tummy muscles in. We do 10 pulses. Take a deep breath. Raise up a few inches and keep going with the pulse. Relax the shoulders. Right hip further to the right. Pause there. Up a bit more. Deep breath in and pulse. Keep bracing. Feel that in your tummy. The right side of the outside of your tummy. Pause there. Okay. Deep breath in. Sweep your arm over the top of your head. And then keep it. Take it straight, brace, and then sweep it down. Back up. Take it behind your head. And back. Now brace there. Keep the brace. Just sweep down. Take it behind your head. Last one. Come over. Brace the muscles in the tummy. Relax down. Pop your hand back on your hip. Bend your knees and come slowly and safely out of your stretch. You should feel very tight on that right side now. Pop your hand on it and then pop it on the other side. You feel it just around that muffin top area where we really want to tighten. So other side. Knees are loose. Take a deep breath in. Stretch yourself up. Hand faces away from you. And then come over the top. Okay. Keep going with your pulse. Once you find your stretch, you pulse. Now, if your hand is on your hip, just look down your arm. You shouldn't see your leg. That's when you know you're all in line. More advanced people, relax the arm down, shoulders relaxed, or cross the left foot over your right. You can grab hold of the wrist, take the arm back. So many progressions that you can do. Beginners, take your feet wider, hand on hip, bend your knees. You can even do this sat down on a chair. So if you're feeling stiff throughout the day, it's a good one to do. Okay, relax your arm over the top of your head, grab hold of that wrist. Deep breath in, we go down and up halfway. Down, up halfway. Good, 10 of these. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stay down low. Relax that right arm. Deep breath in, come on up. Come on down, relax down and lengthen. Good. Inhale all the way up. Come on down, relax. Lengthen that left arm. 3 more. Down, relax, stretch. Up we come. Down, stretch. Last one. Relax down and stretch. Take the hand at your back of your head now. If you've got your legs crossed, then cross them. Deep breath in. Down we go. Brace the tummy muscles in. So all around. Squeeze them in tight. Think about your lower ones as well. 40% of your maximum amount. Take the elbow back. Relax the shoulders. Down further and further to the right. Keep going. Good. Lovely. And pause. Now, come elbow back and in. Elbow back, further in. Elbow back, and bring the elbow forward. Relax the shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Stretch the arm away from you with your left hip. Rotate it to the left. And pulse for 10. Brace those muscles in. Pause there. Come up a bit further and pulse. Good, everyone. Last time, pause, deep breath in, stretch. Good, now pause there. Inhale, take your arm at the back of your head. Then stretch it, brace the muscles in, sweep your arm down. Take it behind your head. Deep breath in, exhale, brace. Take it down, behind your head. Last time, deep breath in. Take it there, brace, and then relax down. Right hand on your hip, and then slowly and safely out of your stretch. Relax your waist, and then just everything down towards the floor. Okay, so we're going to leave your waist alone now. If you've got a chair or somewhere at the sofa, or like I've got basically the arm of the sofa, we're going to stretch out the backs of our legs. So if you don't have this, you can just do it on the floor. It's not a problem. So we're going to place our left leg onto our piece of furniture. The right one can be slightly loose, and toes should be pointing kind of in the same direction as the other foot, slightly out to the side if you need to, and you can have the knees loose. So this is for our hamstrings. Take a deep breath in. We're going to stretch all the way up to the ceiling. Now clasp your hands together, drop your shoulders. Now I want you to push into the left hip as we lengthen forward as we come down. So what we're not doing is rounding like this, okay? So we're stretching. Do you see how my back is nice and straight? I'm lengthening my chest, not my chin. Pausing there. Deep breath in again, and we come down a little bit lower. Now keep the toes pointed and pulse. So look down at your shin. You can have your hands on your shin as well. Pulse away. Push into that left hip and enjoy that stretch. Okay, pause there. Now, relax your arms down by your leg. Take a deep breath as you round up. Lovely stretch on up. Clasp your hands together. Drop the shoulders. Come on down. Deep breath in again. Lengthen forward. Pause. Exhale, relax down. Arms in by your side. 3 of these. Take the shoulders back. Stretch on up. Clasp them together. Come on down. Deep breath in. Stretch your chest forward. And relax everything down. Have I done 3? No, I think that's 2, isn't it? Terrible at counting. Clasp your hands together. Deep breath in. Stretch up. Push into your hip. Come on down. Deep breath in. Relax down. And just hold that stretch there. Well done. Hoik the leg. Scottish word off the piece of furniture and give it a shake if it needs it. Now we'll do the other side. So our right side. Find a position for the other foot that's quite comfortable. So if it's turning out to the side more, that's fine. Toes pointed, deep breath, stretch on up. Now, drop the shoulders and come on down. Stop at shoulder height. Deep breath in, stretch on forward, push into the right hip. And take your hands down onto your shin and pulse. Good. Relax your upper body, but think about lengthening the chest further over the leg, pushing further into the right hip. Okay, pause there, relax everything down, side your leg, round up. Shoulders come back, stretch on up. And then come on down. Pause there, deep breath in, stretch forward. Relax down. Round on up, shoulders back, stretch on up. Up we come on down, come on forward. Pause there, stretch forward. Relax down. Good. Last one. Use that breath. Inhale again. Pause. Stretch forward. Exhale and down. Really just pause there. Relax everything down towards the leg. Round on up. Hoik the poor leg off and give everything a shake. Now, because we're going to work our inner thighs, let's do a good stretch to waken them up and to increase our flexibility. So let's come down to the floor. Your toes are out to the side. Take a deep breath in. Right elbows into the inside of your right knee. Stretch your chest forward. Push your hips back and pulse. Now, if you're someone that's not quite able to get down to the floor, don't worry. There's a great way just to start where you're just going to pulse up here, okay? So don't feel you've got to come down to the floor if you're not ready. But you want to be pushing your bottom back, your chest forward. Right knee out to the side. Now take a deep breath in and pause. Up we come. Let's go down to the other side. Here come the socks. They're coming off. And pulse. Send those hips back. Bring that chest forward. Good. Keep going. Lovely. Okay, you're going to pause it there. Take a deep breath in. Come up to the middle. Go down to the right. Come up. Down to the left. 10 of these. 3 and 4. 5. Each time trying to get down lower and lower. Shoulders away from ears. Check yourself in your camera. Make sure your shoulders are not rounded. Your back is nice and straight. 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, who's up for a big stretch? Take a deep breath in. My feet have already decided they want to be in the splits. The rest, however, don't. So take a deep breath in and push your hips down, not back this time. If you don't want to do this one, do not feel you have to. Hold it there. 3, 2, and 1. And you can either put the weight back into your hands and wiggle your feet back together, or do what I do and just plunk yourself down, and then you can wiggle your feet all the way back together. And then hoik your legs up. Right, how are you? Hopefully you're feeling all right. Let's leave your legs alone for a little bit and we'll do some upper body. So let's start with our arms. Grab your weights if you have them. Have a drink. Got a cup of tea so everyone's happy. Right, so tonic water bottles, just as good as dumbbells. So ideally what you want to be doing is, quite difficult actually, let them hang down like so. It would be better the other way around. Yes, of course it would even say, I can't clonk myself with a tonic bottle. Right, so I'm going to let them hang down like so. So your dumbbells should be hanging down or whatever you've got to use as weights. Okay, tuck your tailbone under. Take a deep breath in. Elbows are close to your head. So we're working our triceps. Are you ready to pulse? Now, I want you to take your arms a little bit further away and just pulse. We do 30 pulses. Tuck that tailbone under slightly so your back is protected. And if you want, you can always step one foot in front of the other. It's whatever is most comfortable for you. Now, we're going to pause. Take a deep breath in. Drive the dumbbells above your head. Then come halfway down, little pulse. Back up. Down, little pulse. Back up. I love this tricep exercise. It's a killer. But what I love about it is you only work those muscles. Everything else is relaxed. So you know all your energy is going to bash the bingo wings. Come up and down. Little pulse. Back up. And what's also amazing is how quickly you feel it and how heavy the weights suddenly become. 8, 9, now rest whenever you need to. 10. Okay, now we come all the way down to the nape of our neck. Pause there. Drive back up. Shoulders down. Down. Pause. Drive back up. 4. And 5. 6. And 7. 8. 9. Now on the 10th one, I want you now to take the weights up and over the top of your head because we're going to do a slightly different tricep exercise now, which I also think is a good one. So, how am I going to do this with these? Right, I'm just going to hold them in this position. So this time, you have to have your knees slightly loose, about hip width apart. Now, what I want you to do is just bend yourself forward. Now, ideally, you want your shoulders in line with your hips. Okay, so keep your knees loose if you need to. If you're up like this, you're going to end up working your biceps, which is fine, but we want to target these muscles at the back. So, okay, now what you're going to do is take your arms up to the highest point, like so. So you think about your forearms being higher up than your elbows. So they're tightened to your side, and you're trying to pulse your forearms up. And this should feel pretty burny already. So keep going. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your head level. So ears in line with shoulders, shoulders in line with hips. Good. Now if you can, let the dumbbells hang down again. And then you add extra weight. Okay, pause there. Now bring your forearms in just slightly, a few inches, and then push back up, squeeze and hold. Elbows don't move. Okay, you want them tight into your waist, up. Slow and controlled, not a massive movement. So you come in just a little bit and then you push up high. In just a little bit, push up high. This should be burning. Just check yourself on your camera. Are you bent forward as much as your body will allow? Are your elbows tight to your side now? Full ones, it's not a swing. Okay, in, forearms, and then back up and hold. Slowly down. Good. And then push back up and hold. 10 of these. 3. And 4. Slower, more control, the better. I can feel some of my shoulders too. At any point you need to stop, please do. Stand on up, relax for a minute, roll your shoulders, and then come back into this. 9, you see I'm not swinging, it's slow on the way down, and then a bit faster, and I hold on the way up. Last one, and then I want you just to hold. 3, 2, and 1, well done. Bend the knees, pop the horrible weights down, round on up. Okay, shoulders, roll them. So you might have found you felt them in your shoulders. I felt them in my back a little bit as well, and also my triceps. So it was a good exercise for the back of ourselves on our upper body. Take a deep breath in and stretch your arms above your head. Let's stretch them out. Oh, feel that. Take your left hand, put it on top of your elbows. Take a deep breath in, drop the shoulders, and come over to the left. Enjoy that stretch. We always stretch after every exercise in Sculpt, so that the muscles are nice and warm, because they've just worked, so they're now at their most pliable, and we can really lengthen them out. Good. So we're looking for that lovely length, long physique, long and lean. Right, inner thighs. Are you ready? You need your ball. Dun, dun, dun. Grab a drink. And you're going to lie down on the floor with the ball. Now I'm going to actually use my stopwatch today. So lie down on the floor. You're going to place the ball in between your knees. Okay, so the ball is in between your knees, not in between your knees, in between your thighs. So think about the area you'd like to tighten, tone up, and strengthen. That's probably not your knees, okay? So lie yourself down on the floor. Feet in line, knees, hips, and shoulders. Relax your arms. Okay, I'd like you now to take a big deep breath in, and we're going to do 30 seconds of a squeeze. So take a deep breath. Exhale. I want you just to squeeze the absolute life out of this ball. So relax your upper body, close your eyes, and really go for it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And my inner thighs are shaking already, which is good. This means that the muscles are switching on, and they're starting to think, what on earth is happening here? Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath in, and now we're going to add a tiny pulse into the squeeze, okay? Tiny, tiny little pulse. We're doing 30 seconds of this. Keep going. 15 to go. Good. Now we're on to 10, 9, 8. Tiny, tiny squeeze into this ball. 4, 3, 2. Take a deep breath in. Go back to the squeeze. And this time I want you to squeeze. Now we go into a bridge. At the top of your bridge, squeeze and hold the squeeze. Now come down to the floor, but don't rest. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze just above the floor. Push back up. Deep breath in. Squeeze. Hold the squeeze. Come back down. Deep breath in at the bottom. Squeeze. Push back up. Now don't raise up from the rib cage. It's all about the hips, okay? Last time. Squeeze at the bottom. Push back up now. So I want you to hold at the top. Go onto your heels and squeeze. Actually, not your heels, I'm lying. Your toes. We're not doing bums. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the life out of this ball, and then very slow, keep squeezing. Relax your back down one vertebrae at a time till we're back to where we started. We're staying on our toes. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze again. 30 seconds. Relax your back. Close your eyes. Now think about squeezing 10% harder than you did at the start, which relax every other muscle apart from your inner thighs. And make sure both sides of your legs are squeezing equally. We tend to have one side that does it more than the others. 10 seconds left. Keep squeezing. And then we're going to go into slower, deeper pulses. In 3, 2, take a deep breath in. And on you go. Squeeze. So pulse slowly. Pulse, pulse. Really slow, deep squeezes. Try and keep the ball tight in between your legs. Don't let it expand. Now what I'd like you to do is do one side at a time. So you squeeze the left side, then the right side, back to left, right. Keep the ball tight. This just means that each side gets a chance to just squeeze by itself. We've got 3, we've got 2, we've got 1. Okay, take a deep breath in. And we're going back up into our bridge. On we go. Oh, stop it. Go up. Squeeze at the top. You're on your toes. Then come back down. Squeeze at the bottom. Push back up. Squeeze at the top. Come back down. When you come back down, keep squeezing. When you go back up, keep squeezing. And inhale, exhale, squeeze. Come down. Inhale, Exhale, squeeze, go back up. 10 more seconds. Calm down. How are these legs? They should be screaming. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back down. Yes, we have finished. Take the ball of fire away. I'd like you to now take your legs up high. Turn them out to the side and widen them. Now you should feel a massive stretch there. Just be careful you don't take them too wide. If you place your hands on your kind of groin area, you'll feel just how much these muscles worked. We're going to continue to work them, but stretch them too. So hands on your inner thighs, away from your knee joints, tuck your tailbone under slightly, and pulse. So by having your hands there, we're adding a bit of weight, so a bit of resistance. We're going to stretch them out, but it's still getting them to work. Keep going. 30 pulses. And then we're going to pause. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come in, halfway. Inhale on the way out. In halfway. Exhale on the way in. Inhale on the way out. The opposite to what you think it should be with this one. Good, keep going. Always exhale when you need the power or when you just need to relax. Okay, now just take your hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come up to meet your legs together and crisscross. And crisscross the other way, wide. Good. Tiny little crossovers at the top. So you can widen your legs further and further each time. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take your legs nice and wide. Then I just want you to bend heels together. Sorry, heels to bottom. Grab through your legs onto your shin. Take a deep breath in and push your legs nice and wide. Good. Take your hands on the outside of your legs and bring them together. Roll onto your side. I'm just going to do a little experiment here. We haven't done this before, but we're going to go back into our box split position and just see how much more flexible we've become since we've stretched and worked these inner thighs a lot. So if you want to do this, if you don't worry about it. But if you fancy just having a bit of more of a challenge, let's go for it. So we're going to take our legs as wide apart as we can. So the inside of my feet are on the floor. Now take a deep breath in. And then I just want you to push your hips down again. Your muscles are nice and warm. And you should find, yeah, I can get down that a little bit lower than I did when we first did the stretches. Hold it there. Good, everyone. Now, take a deep breath. We're going to go that fraction down further if we can. Everyone else, you can just sit in a wide V shape and stretch there. And then relax. So the V shape is when we sit like this. Take a deep breath in, stretch on up, come on forward, arms in line with shoulders, deep breath in again, come forward, lengthen the chest, okay? Take your hands and just push your legs wider, elbows bent, bring your chest forward. There we are, that's a good way to increase your flexibility and work your inner thighs at the same time. So just wiggle them back. Good. Right, we need to do tummies now. So bend your knees. I'm just going to get myself a quick drink, very dry mouth here, and I forgot to bring water in, so I've got tea. It's not great, is it? Do as I say, not as I do, by the way. Okay, let's do some tummies. So lie yourself down on the floor. Now, if you want to have a weight for this one, you can. If you fancy challenging yourself a little bit, go for it. So we're going to have our feet in line, knees, hips, and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Now I want you to lengthen to the top of your head. So you press your elbows into the floor and you lengthen up. And then relax yourself down. Okay, so take your legs a little bit wider. Grab onto the inside of your thighs. Deep breath in. Round up your head, neck, and shoulders. Now I want you to think about slightly tucking your tailbone under, okay? So your lower back really imprints into the mat. Now I want you to close your eyes and brace your tummy muscles in, okay? I want you to hold that brace. And if you can, take your hands off. Brace, brace, brace. Now, if you want to have a weight, take the weight through your legs and you're going to round and pulse, like so. If you're a beginner, just hold on to the inside of your thighs. Elbows always stay bent. That makes sure you round from your chest, not your shoulders and your neck. If you do feel it in your neck, pause there, relax down. Okay, just come back and do a few pulses and then relax. Okay, it's just very progressive, this one. Okay, take the weight and put it down. We're not going to need it now. We're going to have our legs in this position and bend them slightly. Grab onto the back of your legs. Take a deep breath in. And as you round down up, I want you to brace your muscles in. Now, if you're a beginner, you can hold on to the back of your legs. And then I want you just to push your feet and straighten your legs a little bit away from you as you go. Now, non-beginners, intermediate people, have your hands parallel to your legs. And I want you to round up the chest as you push the leg away. So round, round. And I want you to brace as you round. Brace as you round. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Beginners, rest down. Everyone else, if you want to do this, you can. Round on up, close your eyes, push your legs a little bit away, then straighten them if you can. Arch your back, bend. I want you to brace, brace, brace. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, well done. Right, big exercise where we use and we stretch a little bit as well. So you take your arms behind your head, and then I would like you to take a deep breath in and then round on up, and I want you to stretch and hold and brace. Come back. Oh, deep breath in, round on up, hold and brace, back. Deep breath in. Now, if you're a beginner, you can round on up and you can hold on the back of your leg and back. Non-beginners, you can actually take both feet off the floor, keep them there, and push them a little bit further away from your body, and then round on up higher. And as you round up, I want you to brace, shoulders down. It's a bit of a killer, this one. Remember, if you feel it in your neck, you can round on up and hold. Keep the other foot on the floor. It's entirely up to you. Okay, let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done, relax back. Okay, back to the beginning. Grab your weight if you need it. Before we do that, let's just stretch our back again. Take a deep breath in and push into the floor and take your head off the floor and sort of lengthen. Feels a bit weird doing that, but it's all about trying to straighten that spine, okay? So your back isn't kind of compressed up. Okay, then slightly tilt your tailbone under. Grab your weight if you want it. If not, you just do without. Take a deep breath. Round on up. Now brace. I'm going to go up on my toes this time. I'm going to take my feet off the floor. So I'm going to round up further, closing my eyes and pulsing. We're doing 30. Elbows always bent. Think about your chest rounding into your ribcage, your chin coming over the top of your chest. It doesn't move. You're not trying to pulse with your chin. Okay, deep breath in, round up. I would like you to hold, close your eyes, brace, brace, brace. I'd like you to do 40% of a brace beginners, 50% intermediate, 60 or even 70 advanced. Relax down, well done. Weight down. Legs come high, bend the knees, take a deep breath. Round on up. You're ready to push your feet away and back. Brace as you push them away. Brace. Close your eyes, concentrate on the muscles in your tummy and brace them in. Non-beginners. Round up. The chest rounds every single time you push your arm and your leg away. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Beginners, rest down. Everyone else, take a deep breath in, round on up. Straighten your legs, hold, 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 bend them if your back isn't great. 3, 2, 1, relax down. Okay, one more round, sorry. You'll thank me in the end, I promise. Take a deep breath in, elbows into the floor, lengthen out to the top of your head. Okay, slightly tilt your tailbone under, grab the weight. Choose the positioning of your legs. Round on up and pulse. Now after 10, I want you to round on up, hold. Take your arms on the top of your left leg for 10. Round on up and hold, keep bracing. Over to the other side, deep breath in, round on up, brace the whole time, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the middle, round on up. Hold, brace, brace, brace. 3, 2, 1. Relax back. Okay, third and final round of these delightful ones. Take a deep breath in. Round on up. Push away as you round up. We're doing 10. This is 2. Hold on to your legs if you need to. 4, 5, 6, elbows bent. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Deep breath in, round on up and hold. And then relax back. Okay, here we go. Take your arms behind your head. Take a deep breath. I just thought, did we not do this the last round? Am I going mad? Anyway, we'll do it this time. Take a deep breath in. I don't think we did if we round on up and hold. And back. Other side, deep breath in. You know when you think you might be slightly losing the plot? Yeah, that's me at the moment. Forgetting stuff. We blame lockdown and homeschooling. Can't possibly be my brain. Oh, of course not. Keep going, everyone. If you want to hold on, then do it. Okay, we've got 4. We got 3. We got 2. And we got 1. And then we're going to relax down. Well done. I'd like you, first of all, to take a deep breath. Fill your lungs all the way down through your diaphragm into your tummy, and then exhale through your mouth. And I just want you then to roll your head from side to side. It might be your neck's a little bit achy from all that hard work for your tummy, but sometimes when you get tired, you start to use areas of the body that you shouldn't. I'm very bad for it as well. So don't worry, over time, it gets much easier and your tummy starts to get stronger, your brain starts to know which muscles to use and which ones not to. So take a deep breath in now. This is the best stretch for your tummy, so lengthen through your fingers, lengthen through your toes, exhale gently. Deep breath in. Stretch again, adjust your right side, and then your left. Back to your right, and then your left. Well done. Take your knees up to your chest, and I'd like you to do little circles at your lower back. Work your way up through your mid-spine, and then you make the circles a little bit bigger, and then swap direction. I'm just moving my knees around, and then come all the way back down again. Okay, roll onto your side. Shall we do some bottoms? Okay, grab yourself a quick drink again. Okay, so let's come down onto all fours. We'll do donkey kicks today. So we're on all fours. We're going to have our hands underneath our shoulders. Okay, so what we're not doing is this, and we're not doing that. Okay, so you want to try and keep that back nice and kind of aligned. Right, let's start with our left side, or find your side that you think is weakest. Mine is definitely my left, so it's good to start on that side when you've got the most energy. Okay, so the leg comes along, then you're going to bend the knee, flex the foot, take a deep breath in, and push high. Now you'll feel your bottom start to have to work. That's good. And also probably your hamstrings as well, okay, so it's going to work them too. Now squeeze your bottom on the left-hand side and pulse. Make sure you keep your hands under your shoulders. That keeps them relaxed the most. If you start to stretch them out a bit, you can hurt your shoulders. We don't want to work them, we want the bottom working. So this is working your big bottom muscles, which are the biggest muscle in your body. Okay, pause there. Now come down halfway to the floor, push back up, squeeze your bum. Halfway down to the floor, push back up, squeeze your bottom. 4, 5, 6, start to get down a little bit lower. 7, push up higher. 8, good, keep coming down a bit lower. 9 and 10. Now we do our full movement whereby we take the knee into our chest, dip your head, push back up, squeeze your bum. Down, push back up, squeeze your bum. Now I'm dipping my head, it's good for my shoulders this. Just be careful you don't knee yourself in the face. If you get a bit over exuberant. 8, squeeze on the way up. 9, 10. Stay up, stretch the leg. Bend, sorry, flex the foot, push high, pulse. Good. Keep pushing high. You're going to feel as you're stabilising leg 2. Pause there. Come halfway down to the floor. Push back up, squeeze. Halfway down. Push back up, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we come down to the floor now. Just tap the floor. Push back up. Come over, tap over to the right side. Back up, down, up and over, up and down. So you just tap in the floor. Sometimes if you just hover above it, that's fine too. Now the further you can get the leg over to the right, the more you're going to feel it in the side of your bum too. Kick it high. 8 and 9 and 10. Now keep the foot over to the right hand side. Then I want you to bend the knee out to the, what side is it going? Left, okay? And then send it high. So basically, your left shin should be over the top of your right calf muscle. And if you see mine, my knee and my ankle are in line. Push high, squeeze your bottom. Now the further you can take it over to the right, the more you're going to feel it inside of your bum. Bit of an odd position this, so just do what you can. Keep looking in my positioning if you're a bit confused. If you're anything like me, your left side never does what the brain tells it to do quite as well as the right. So I feel your pain on this one. Now hold it up, squeeze your bottom, come down halfway, push back up, squeeze. Down a fraction more each time. This is 3, down a bit further. 4, push up just as high. 5, if not higher. 6, coming down nice and low now. 7, 8, you're just above the shin. 9, 10. Okay, this time come all the way down. Push back up and then straighten the leg. Bend the knee, come all the way down. Push back up, kick. Bend, down, up, kick, bend, down. It's on the way down, you really feel it, don't you? Bend, and you squeeze on the way down. So bend, now squeeze. Good. Kick straight, bend, down. Lovely. Ooh. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now just come down neutral and then sit on your heels. Stretch that back out. Well done, everyone. Let's get to the other side, or else we'll run away. So, if your wrists at all sore, mine do get sore, just circle them. So, hands underneath shoulders. Take the right leg along behind you. Bend the knee, flex that foot. Take a deep breath in and send the knee nice and high. Feel your bottom contract and pulse. Good. Send it up a little bit higher each time. Keep squeezing. Okay, pause there. Come halfway down to the floor. Push back up, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, take the knee in towards your chest. Push back up. 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Take the leg along, toes to the floor. Deep breath in, send it high, pulse. It's quite tricky, this one. Keep the leg straight, squeeze in the bottom, keeping it high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway down to the floor, push back up, squeeze. Each time get a little bit lower and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, lower and lower. 8, 9, 10. Now take the leg over to the left, tap down, up, back to where we were, up and over. Good. Further you take it to the left, the more you feel it in this side part of your bum. Good. When we kick it high, you feel it in the underside of your bottom. So this is such a good all over glute workout. You have the perkiest bum after this and the strongest one too. I know as we always do in Sculpt, we work one side at a time. So we strengthen both sides up. So if you've got a weaker side, this is all going to help. 9 and 10. Keep it over to the left. Then take the leg off the floor and turn the knee out to the right hand side, but keep it over to the left as much as possible. Come on up with the knee, but slightly sore wrists. I think I've been doing a lot of press ups this week, so I've now gone on to my knuckles. Give everyone. Push high, hold it there. Down halfway, push back up, squeeze. Each time you come down a little bit lower towards your left calf. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all the way, crisscross. Back up, kick straight. Bend, down. Back up, kick straight. Squeeze as you come down. So squeeze. Just keep checking your camera to make sure your positioning is right. So, right shin comes over the top of left calf. And 9. Left side should be screaming 2. Last one. 10. Oh, well done. Okay, sit on your heels, stretch your back out. Good. Let's stretch your glutes. Okay, so I'm going to give you one where you basically, it's called a pigeon stretch. So you're on your hands. You're going to go take your knee in the middle, so you're creating a triangle. And then take your foot out to the side. Slide that right leg back behind you, and you're onto your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Stretch up through your head, and then bring your chest forward, and really push into that left hip. Deep breath in again. And then we're going to go round to the right. Deep breath in. Come on down. Deep breath in again. Round back to the front. Deep breath. Come on down. Should really get into those glutes. Okay, swap sides. So, make a triangle in the middle and then move your foot further out to the left. Take a deep breath in onto your fingertips and slide your back leg straight behind you. I'll do it from this side so you can kind of see. And what you're trying to do is get that leg as much as you can out to the side. Take a deep breath in and sit back into the right hip. Inhale, come down, chest comes forward. Good. Inhale again. Walk to the left, sit into that right hip and come down. Good, really intense stretch this one. One of the best glute stretches I think you can do. And then just come down one more time. Well done. Okay, we're about to sit cross-legged, which is also a good stretch. Wiggle, grab a drink. What time is it? Okay, we've got time. Sunday's class is always a bit longer if you're the first time joining a Sunday class. What we're going to do now is some pelvic floor. So don't worry, if you've never had children, still it's really good to strengthen your pelvic floor because it can help to engage your tummy muscles better when you work out. It's also a hammock for our female organs. So to have a good strong pelvic floor is a good thing. But also you can over strengthen your pelvic floor. And like any muscle, if you tighten it all the time, it's not a good thing, okay? It needs to relax too. So you'll hear me using various weird analogies at this point. One of them is that we open out when we relax the pelvic floor. It's like a flower opening out, okay? And that is it basically relaxing. Right, so sitting cross legs, have your hands just on your knees, close your eyes, relax everything else. Now, to engage your pelvic floor, you close off front bottom and you close off back bottom, okay? So take a deep breath in. And I want you to close off front bottom and then close off back bottom. I just want you to hold it there. And then I want you to squeeze it, shut a little bit more. And then even more. So really squeeze both front bottom and back bottom. And then like this flower, we're going to relax the pelvic floor and we open it out. So the muscles are like a flower opening out. Good. This time we're going to close off back bottom first and then front bottom. Hold there. And then tighten it further. And again, hold it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. And then relax it, opening out like that flower. Beautiful. Okay, now just concentrate on front bottom. And you're going to imagine you're picking up a marble with your front to bottom. Okay, so pick the marble up and hold it. Now that marble is going to go into a lift. The doors are going to close and you're going to go take the marble up to the first floor. Good, you're going to hold it there. Then we go up to the second floor. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Then to the top floor. Good. And then all the way up to the penthouse. Hold and squeeze in that pelvic floor. And then that lift is going to come down quite quickly. And as the doors open, the flower comes out of the lift, not the marble, because we relax. Well done. Okay, this time, we're going to imagine our front bottom. Okay, picking up the marble. And then the marble is going to go underneath ourselves as if it's kind of like traveling to the back bottom, okay? And you're going to hold it there. You start with the front bottom, then you take the marble round to the back. And then you're going to open it out like a flower. Good. Then the back bottom is picking up the marble. And then that marble is going underneath yourself to the front bottom. And it's there now. The back bottom is relaxed, the front bottom has got the marble. And then you're going to relax it. Now imagine now, front bottom and back bottom are like two lift doors, okay? And they're going to close together, okay? So close them together, bring them together. That's it. And then relax. And then the other side. So the sides of underneath yourself, if that makes sense. So both your hip bone area, bring them together, okay? So bring them now together. Good. And as we relax, remember that flower is opening out. Now all four sides coming together. So take a deep breath for this one. As you exhale, bring all four sides squeezing together. We're not lifting up inside us, we're just squeezing those muscles together. Good. And then open out and relax. Now we're going to go back to the lift. We forget the back bottom this time, it's all about the front bottom. So take the marble inside the lift. Okay, so the marble is now going up, and this time it comes to your tummy button, so imagine it inside you. Then it's going to come up to your heart. Good. Then it's going to come up to your brain, and as it comes out of your head, it is a flower, and we open it out and we relax it all the way down. There we are. A bit of a fun, kind of weird way to get our pelvic floor engaged. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sure there's other more sensible kind of ways to do it, but I like my kind of weird analogies, and I hope you do too. So, right, to finish, let's do some relaxing neck and shoulder stretches. We're all a bit tense at the moment, let's face it. A lot of us are at home, on chairs, on sofas, with our laptops working. We're stressed with homeschooling and children and everything. So we take a lot of stress a lot of the time in our shoulders. So let's just, and our necks, let's just try and relax a little bit. So take a deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to turn your head to your right shoulder. And then I want you to stretch your head all the way up to the ceiling. And crossing down to the other side, peek behind. And I want you to come back centered. Right, all the way up. Down, peek behind, back to the center. Now you can close your eyes for this. And we do one more semicircle. And we come back and then we change direction for 3 semicircles. We go to the left, peek behind. Stretch your head all the way up to the ceiling. And don't worry if you hear things creaking and crackling, that's perfectly normal. Sometimes we have little air bubbles in between our vertebrae. And this is just them releasing. Feels quite satisfying actually. Now bring your head back level and place the back of your hand onto the floor. Take a deep breath in. And then take your right ear down to your right shoulder. And then have a little look over that right shoulder. Pulling down that left hand side. Then look up to the right corner of the room. And then look down at your right knee. Swap your hands over, take a deep breath. Put your chin down to your chest, over to the left hand side, pull down the right. Look over your left shoulder. Stretch your head, look up to the left corner of the room. Back of your left hand, also onto the floor now. Deep breath in and sweep your head down low. Move it across to the right hand side, pull down the left. And back. Lovely big semicircles, one side to the other. Chin to chest. nice and fluid. Now we imagine our head is a pendulum and it's swinging from side to side. And that pendulum is going to start to slow down. We don't quite reach each shoulder, but we're still taking our chin to our chest. The movement is still fluid. And we're getting down lower and lower. When I say lower, what I meant to say was shallower and shallower. Can't go any lower really. So now our head is practically back to the center. We're going to get there in 3, in 2, in 1. Just hang that head heavy. Clasp your hands now behind your head. Drop your shoulders. Take your elbows close to your head. Take a deep breath in. And then just take that chin down to your chest. Relax your hands, relax your shoulders, and feel that deep, intense stretch all the way down the back of your neck into the top of your back. Hold there. 3, 2, and 1. Very slowly. Raise up. Take your hands away from your head. Open your eyes slowly, and then come back up very slowly onto your feet. We've been down it quite a while, so when you round up, 1 vertebrae at a time until your head is the last thing to come up. Now just take the shoulders back. What I'd like you to do now is turn your palms facing forward. Like I say, we're all a bit slouched at the moment, so this little exercise is going to help with your posture. So your hands are now facing forward. I just want you to take them out to the side a little bit more. Feel your shoulder blades. Squeeze them together, and then just relax your arms down by your side, but your shoulder blades are still squeezed. I need to go for a little walk in this position. Your head is level, and just feel how much taller you feel. How much your posture has improved. You might feel like your confidence just suddenly goes up just by standing like this. And then relax down. Deep breath in. Let's do it one more time. Deep breath. Shoulders come back. Palms face forward. Come out to the side slightly. Shoulder blades, pull them together. Relax down. And go for a little walk. So if you've been at your desk a long time, just get up and just do this. Just a couple of times and just roll your shoulders, okay? Right. Let's go back to where we started the class. Take a deep breath in. Stretch on up. Reach up with your right side and then your left. Back to your right. Hopefully you are more supple now. You can stretch up higher. You move better. You move easier. Deep breath. Stretch up. Take your arms wide. Pull your elbows back. Let's stretch your chest. Clasp your hands behind your back. Deep breath in. Stretch them up. Look up to the ceiling and down to the floor. Up to the ceiling. Down to the floor. Hands to your lower back. Clasp in front of you. Final stretch. Round forward. Pull forward with your arms, resist with your shoulders. Dip your head, close your eyes. Take your hands into a pray position. And let's finish sculpt the way we always do, with one final big deep breath in through your nose. And you're going to take that breath deep down past your lungs, your diaphragm, your upper tummy, lower tummy, into your pelvis where it splits. It comes down your thighs, past your knees, shins, ankles, into your feet. And then you dissipate it out of your body as you exhale gently. 3, 2, and 1. Open your eyes slowly. Give yourself a clap. Thank you very much for joining my extended sculpt today. I hope you enjoyed it. Wow, there's so many of you. Fran, I hope you enjoyed it. Claire Sawyer's with us. Thea, Alice, who's there? Lucy. I'm back tomorrow with, what do I call it? Fat burn. Okay, so lots of getting our heart rate up, but there's always low impact options as well, because I'm someone who's not great with too much impact, so I always give you options for that. So that's 8 AM tomorrow morning. Sculpt's back Tuesday. Have a lovely Sunday, guys, and thank you again. Bye.